What is up, everybody? We are here with the budget squad today. We're gonna improve this team. We have over 1 million coins, and you know how many of those coins we're gonna spend? Not even close to 1 million, all right? Because this is the budget squad. We made all these coins without spending a dime on the game, but I don't want to just use all of our coins to improve our team, because we can easily get like an 88 overall team or something like that if we just go through and buy whatever we want. But I want to stay true to the theme of this being a no money spend squad. And I know a lot of people who have no money spend squads don't exactly have like an 88 or 89 overall team. So what we're gonna do is, just buy some, not really expensive guys. We do need another receiver to go along with Terrence Williams, so we'll start off right there. And I already, went through some receivers and stuff I had in mind. I looked through Mudhead and stuff like that, all the positions. And the one receiver that came to my eye that wasn't too expensive that I thought would be really good to add to the team was AJ Green. So that's where we're going to start off. I believe he goes by Adriel Jeremiah Green. Either way, he's been playing like one of the best receivers this season. I would say like maybe number 2 besides Julio Jones. And apparently he doesn't show up in the search because you gotta put a dot next to AJ Green. But yeah, so AJ Green's gonna be our guy. He's got 87 speed, I believe. He's an 87 overall. He might have 88 speed. So let's see, he's 25,000 coins. I actually think that's a good deal for him. I think we might have to pull the trigger on that right there real quick because yeah, I think we'll pull the trigger on this AJ Green. Looks like a good price. Apparently we don't want to wait for 28,000. So yeah, I like the stats on him. We're gonna get him. And then we need one more receiver because we have Terrence Williams. He's our 2 receiver. AJ Green's number 1. And then we're going to get the 3 receiver. You guys saw we already had a couple elites and stuff like that. I pulled all those guys from packs. Like we doing solo challenges. You get packs like the Gauntlet solo challenges. I would get the Todd Gurley or something like that. Or it's a reward for finishing solo challenges. Like Aaron Rodgers doing the BCA offense solo challenges. You got him for free. So that's how we did that. So the guy we're looking right here for is Cole Beasley. He's an 84 overall, but he is a really good slot receiver. He's really cheap, but I like him. He actually is a little bit more expensive than I like, though. I was hoping that we could find Cole Beasley for a cheaper price, so we're actually going to wait on that. But this is the guy I want to get in the slot right here. 91 route running is really good. Even 87 speed's okay, but catching traffic and route running is something that really sticks out to me. So we're going to keep our eye on that, and we're going to come back later. So getting a good tight end in this year's game requires you to spend a little bit. You guys see right here, we're about to buy Martellus Bennett for about 25,000 coins. The reason why we buy Martellus Bennett is because he has some pretty, I bought that, I really want to explain it before I bought him, but it was a pretty good price. I didn't want to wait and then someone buy him. But as you guys see, run blocking stats are above average for the tight end. The route running is a little bit below average, but I don't use my tight end a lot, so I'd rather lean towards him being a good run blocker than having, the great receiving stats. You guys saw the Greg Olsen was on there, Jordan Reed. They're all great, and you see Olsen was actually showing up cheaper than I thought he would be, but they just don't have the run blocking stats, and I kind of need someone to hold up on the edge right there. We are going to buy a second tight end because I do run a couple of 2 tight end sets. They are pretty common in the game, so it is a good idea to have at least 2 good tight ends on your roster. And the second guy I do want to get, for some reason, it's 4,000 coins. I guess we'll pay that much for him, is Tyler Eifert. Like I said, you got to pay a little bit to get a good tight end. There's not too many great ones out there, so it's, the rarer the card is, the more they cost. But Eifert's a gold card. Yes, we are going to buy all elites today. And you guys saw we even have some golds on our roster right now, like Thomas Davis, who are going to stay on our roster. But I do like Eifert, and, I do want to keep him around. And we're going to continue hunting on the offensive side of the ball. This time, we're going to look for an offensive lineman. And you guys saw we have a decent right side of our offensive line, but the left side's in shambles. We have a silver left tackle, so we're going to upgrade that right away. We're not going to go for the elite offensive lineman because from an 82 to 85 overall, it's not too big of a difference. An offensive line play is a little bit inconsistent in this year's game, kind of like the way it was in last year's game. It does matter to have a decent offensive line, so we do want to upgrade that to a near elite level. But paying for the elite offensive lineman does cost a lot of extra coins, so it just makes more sense for you to go a little bit budget in this section. Now we check the left guard section, and I wanted to get Justin Pugh because just him being a giant, that would have been cool to have on our team. But I would want to buy Jack Mewhort because he's about what, 1,000 coins cheaper, and that's really what it comes down to right here. I don't have major preferences when it comes to offensive linemen. There's not one that's way better than the other to me. I can't tell the play, so I'm just gonna get someone who's decently good, and we end up getting Jack Mewhort. And we're almost done with our offense. We bought the receivers, we bought the tight ends, we're buying the offensive line. You guys saw we have the quarterback, we have the running back in Todd Gurley, and now we're gonna get the final piece right here, which is our center, the centerpiece of the team. And a lot of these centers go for pretty cheap, so what I might end up doing is I mean, there's no really great one, so I might just go ahead and check the elite section, see if the elites go for a lot, because it looks like the centers don't go for a lot. Let's see what the 6,600 for a decent center. I think I could pay that price for a Marquise Pouncey, even though he's out of contract, so we got to use that. It's okay. Marquise Pouncey's cards are usually good in the game. 88 run block, 88 zone, great impact blocking, or let's say it's zone. I meant pass blocking. But yeah, we'll buy an elite Mike Pouncey. We already have a Schrader, so as long as it doesn't cost too much. The left guards kind of cost a lot, so I didn't want to get an elite one there, but with Pouncey, I can live with that price. And we're already at 83 overall with Martellus Bennett. And I don't think we're going to go any higher than that since we just have to plug in like 1 or 2 more receivers. Oh yeah, we didn't buy the Cole Beasley yet. We'll keep that in mind. We did not buy Cole Beasley yet. And I'm going to continue checking on his price. And if we don't get a good price on Cole Beasley, I might just find a different slot receiver to use. Now, on the defensive side of football, we got to get 2 middle linebackers because it's usually good to have 2 middle linebackers on your roster. A safety, 2 safeties, actually. We need both of them. We're going to buy Eric Berry as one of ours. All right? I just got to buy Eric Berry. So you're going to see me buy Eric Berry, and then we're going to get some right end and left end action. We're not going to get any defensive tackles, and we're not going to get any cornerbacks either because we already have 3 pretty good ones in the Xavier Rhodes as a 4th string. So we don't need too much on our defense, actually. One of the big things about defense in general, whether it's defensive line, linebackers, or even safeties, a lot of it comes down to what kind of scheme you run. We're going to buy Muhammad Wilkerson because it's actually a pretty good price for him, 6,500. Everything else is way cheaper. I like what we're getting out of that. And what I'm saying about the schemes, I like having left ends and right ends who, not like a, let's say, Vic Beasley type, per se, fast off the edge. I like having someone in the middle that can stop the run at those end positions. So we get Muhammad Wilkerson, and then at the right end spot, we're going to look for someone pretty similar to that, as Leonard Williams is similar to that, but he's way too expensive, so we can't really afford him. We're going to end up looking at Jarrell Casey instead, who should be about maybe 7,000 coins, 8,000 coins. You can live with that price right there. So those are our 2 end positions. Oh, I thought someone bought him for a second. And once again, budget players, they play a little bit better than their overall sometimes, these linemen, especially since offensive linemen don't have great stats. You can see the defensive linemen shine more. And hopefully we can get that production out of Wilkerson and Casey. For my middle linebacker spots, I really like having coverage middle linebackers. So once again, you see who I'm buying. If you see someone else that fits your scheme better, like Whittier might not fit you better, you like having a Ray Nitschke type linebacker that just stuffs the run, absolutely, go ahead. Or even a linebacker that pass rushes like a Navarro Bowman, go ahead. But I'm showing you guys what I like to do. So I'm buying Wesley Woodyard. He has great coverage stats, 86 overall, under 20,000 coins. I think that's a pretty good price. And now we're going to buy the former New England Patriot, who should still be under the Patriots section, Jamie Collins. Collins, as you guys know, got traded to the Cleveland Browns in a pretty unfortunate incident for him. But nonetheless, he's on that team, and right now he's on ours. Doesn't matter what team he's on real life. I like his stats in the game, so we're going to get Jamie Collins as our middle linebacker. So once again, you guys see like Ndamukong Suh, Darius Slay, all these guys are already on the team. I got from packs from solo challenges. And then you see Joe Hayden I got from completing Gauntlet solo challenges, Richard Sherman from the BCA defense. So we already have those guys established. That's just part of, you know, being on that solo challenge grind. The other thing you're gonna notice is that we did not really pay attention to chemistries. And when you're on a budget, it probably just makes sense that you don't get yourself too over involved with chemistry, at least at the beginning. When you're first building your roster, you don't want to get too in love with chemistries. You just want to build the best team possible. And then maybe after you get your team established, you find a lot of players that you like, that you want to keep for a while. Then maybe you find someone with a matching chemistry. Right here, we're going to be looking at a 90 overall free safety because they don't cost too much. Now, maybe these guys aren't in everyone's budget, but you should definitely try to get enough coins to get Earl Thomas or Devin McCourty. They're 90 overall safeties, really good and really cheap. For them being 90 overall and being 30,000 coins, I believe besides like a quarterback, they're the cheapest 90 overalls at any position. So you definitely like having that on your team. So we get Earl Thomas, and then at the strong safety position, we're actually going to get Eric Berry to play that position. So we're staying in the free safety area. We'll just, you know, sub him in and stuff like that. And then we should be done with our team. So yeah, like I said, you know, I didn't pay attention to the chemistries at all when doing this. Maybe I might have 1 or 2 chemistries matching, but that's not really my concern. My concern is just finding the best team to field on the gridiron right now, and then hopefully that works out for us. So this should do the video right here. We should end up with maybe an 85 overall team once we plug in our 2. Actually, we might not, because Eric Berry might end up being like a 70 something at the strong safety position. But that's okay. I believe Earl Thomas should be able to get, yeah, he does get us to an 85 overall. And then we can plug in our backups, however, which way we'll put some golds in there. But yeah, this pretty much does the video. As you guys see, we spent maybe 140,000 coins to build this team, and then we already had some players established who might be worth about 50,000 coins combined. And there you have it. Oh yeah, we didn't get the strong safety position. I gotta do that before we end the video. I'll be right back. So we're not gonna get Cole Beasley, even though I did like the stats on his card. It just doesn't make sense that we pay pretty much 10,000 coins for that Cole Beasley that was on the auction block, because no other Cole Beasley showed up. And even though we could wait, I just want to get this done for the sake of the video and show you guys that we could buy someone cheaper like Doug Baldwin. So we're going to plug him into the lineup, and then that'll pretty much do it. So I actually forgot one more thing, and this is pretty important in this year's game. That's buying a good kicker, all right? It sounds like a joke, but you really want to have a good kicker in this year's game. And as you guys see, the kickers actually cost quite a bit. So you would think, you know, maybe you want to go budget and buy a budget kicker. Even the budget kickers cost quite a bit. So my advice is honestly just buy one of these elite kickers. Swallow your pride. This is your kicker for the year. Hauschka or Gano or something like that. I actually like Justin Tucker because he has the extra kick power. So that's the guy we're gonna buy right here. But yeah, I mean, you could buy one of those budget kickers, but I'm trying to mess around and lose a game off a field goal, all right? Because it's pretty easy to lose a game off a field goal this year, even a missed PAT. And the best way to eliminate that possibility is by buying an elite kicker, and that's what we're doing with Justin Tucker. So this should wrap up the video. Now that we got our roster all set up, once again, not an all-elite team, but, you know, a bunch of good players. I can live with that. So leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed this squad building video. Subscribe for more Madden 17 Ultimate Team. I'm gonna try to get a game out with this team in the next couple of days. And until then, I'll catch you guys next time.